Muchísimas gracias, ¿cómo están todos? Bien, feliz de estar aquí con todos ustedes en el Santa Mónica. Salito para Rochita, talento para arriba, un poquito, talento para comer, yo no sé, sí. Salito para comer, yo no sé, salito para comer, yo no sé. Ay, voy a empezar con el chiste número 1. Se está viendo Netflix el otro día. Puse a ver el House of Cards, el 13 Reasons Why. I love doing that shit in front of white people. They get nervous as fuck. I got a white guy kicked out of a comedy club because he said I spoke Spanish for too long. And I was like, sir, you need to calm down, all right? This is America. Learn the language, okay? And he just got out of his chair and he just went, well, I'm a Jew. And I still don't get the context of that at all. Hell yeah. I just broke up with a white girl. Thank you so much. I'm brave. I clearly got custody of the infinity scarf, so it feels good to be here. You guys into animals or like Nat Geo docs? Make some noise if you're into that. Hell yeah. So bestiality was recently outlawed in Kentucky. Did you know that? In 2019. When I first read that headline, my first thought was, who overdid it? Who went too far? Who ruined my vacation to Kentucky? I work with kids. That's a transition. I work with children and work in a suburb in Illinois called Highland Park, Illinois, right? And nobody cares. And just the name of that town has great credit, right? I had a kid come up to me, right? My last name is Acevedo, right? Let's all say that together. Acevedo. I had a kid come up to me on the first day. She goes, hey there, Mr. Avocado. And I was like, where'd you come up with that? She's like, well, I don't know how to say last names, and I really like avocados. Like, cool, way to be polite and racist at the same time. Walks away, comes back 5 minutes later. She's like, so I talked it over with my girls. I'm like, bitch, you're in 2nd grade. No one's going to remember you. She's like, we talked it over with my girls. We're going to take it back. No one would ever call you that. And I was like, why? She's like, no one would ever call you that. You are not a healthy fat. Yeah, she learned the word cunt that day, so it all worked out. I know LA is an anal crowd, but that's fine. And she's not here. Her name is Audrey Sanders, and she can get fucked. But Miss Park's class, Highland Park Elementary, room 201. She sits in the front. She has a lazy eye. And never finishes her milk. Are we glad the election's over? Not the outcome. Make some noise if we're glad that shit is over, right? Hell yeah, man. I'll tell you right now, as a brown man in America, right, you know, country has a problem with women. There, I said it. I said it. Women usually clap at that, not because I tell them to, but because they believe in it, right? Country wasn't ready for a white woman as president. Country wasn't ready for a black, Indian, whatever that was, right? I feel like the next logical step would be a Latina president, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you can clap for that if you want. A Latina president. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know, I'll tell you why this country would benefit from a Latina as president. I'll tell you why Santa Monica. I'll tell you why Los Angeles, why this country would benefit from a Latina as president. Because Latinas are great at cleaning up white people's messes. If you don't like that joke, you don't tip your housekeeper, so I don't care. All right, I got a few more and I'll get out of here. Oh, let's get vulnerable for a second. I recently lost 75 pounds since the beginning of last year, ladies and gentlemen. Already, that's crazy. And there's no need to clap because it's actually 11, but I feel good. It's 7. I took my sweater off. I feel good. Like, I'm not out of shape. I'm just all the shapes. That's the problem. Like, you know how I know I needed to lose weight? You know I for sure knew I needed to lose weight? Like, you ever fasten your seatbelt too tight and you just start lactating? Anybody else? Does anybody else have sex with their shirt on? Because I do that too. That's how I know I need to lose weight. You know, I fuck like Winnie the Pooh. Anybody else? They call me Winnie the Puto in the streets, so. But the one thing I won't stop eating, ladies and gentlemen, is pussy. That's the one thing I won't stop eating as a fat man. There was one night after a show, because when you have hair like this and wear scarves indoors, bitches. And there's one night after a show, we met on the Republican Tinder, Farmers Only, and you can only swipe right on there. You've been on there, good. And did you just come? What the hell was that? We went back to her apartment and she used the words, I like them jokes, but I want to know what else that mouth can do. God damn! Went back to her apartment and I just go, So she's floating in another dimension now. My name is Jayson Acevedo. Have a good night. Thank you.